When did you first notice that something wasn't right?
Just one afternoon at training. I felt very short of breath during exercise. I've actually found out they reckon that's indicative of pericarditis, and that the thyroid conditions has caused it. So I've had the thyroid problem for probably a lot longer.
How long ago was that?
It was probably about 4 or 5 months ago. So ever since then I've had breathing problems on exertion or during exercise, so I've tried to stay away from that. Probably last week I had to do a fitness exam, and
Yes.
I also failed that because I couldn't run, and then that's when they got they thought I had asthma at the start, so I went from there.
What else have you noticed?
I've been extremely tired and probably irritable as well. I have to eat a lot during the day to just maintain my own body weight.
Could you give us an example of how much more you would have to eat in relation to your normal appetite?
Normally I just have 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. This one I had to have breakfast. I've had probably 6 to 8 meals a day. There'll be morning tea, afternoon tea, dinner, and probably a snack before I went to bed as well.
Have you noticed that you've been sweating a lot?
Yes.
What sorts of things have you noticed?
Yeah, there's just the sweating when I'm not really hot at all. I've been shaking a lot more, especially while I'm trying to write. And I've been told that my eyes are pretty wide. That's what I'll say.
Have you had any trouble sleeping?
I guess, but I'm not sure if that's the same. I'll go probably, because I was tired in the morning, of course, and then you'd be more alert during the day, and then you just couldn't get to sleep. Should be awake.
And did some of the sweating occur at night, or were you just sweating all the time?
I couldn't say at night, so I was mostly asleep, but at different times during the day. I'd sort of sweat for a little while, and then I'll be fine.
Have you noticed much in the way of weight loss?
Yes.
How much have you lost?
Over probably a 4-week period, I lost about 12 kilograms.
And that was without dieting?
Sort of. My fiancée was on holidays, and she's a vegetarian, so eating 2 plates of raw vegetables a day helps you a lot.
When did you first notice that you had a swelling in the neck?
Probably about a week ago. I noticed it when I was having a shave in the mirror.
Is there anything else that you noticed?
I think my concentration was a little bit down on what it was, and probably my memory as well.
One of the things that people don't emphasise enough, and that people often forget to ask about, is the concentration and memory aspects. What sorts of things did you notice in regard to that?
I was forgetting a lot of things, just appointments or just information I've been told the day before. Also having to concentrate, say studying something or reading manuals, it was a lot harder to concentrate. So I could only spend probably 5 to 10 minutes where I could spend probably an hour beforehand.
You mentioned irritability a minute ago. What sorts of examples can you give us of your irritability?
Well, the biggest one was at work. I just thought that I really hated work. I was tired, but there was a lot of work to do, so I was always getting sort of pestered by other people, and I didn't like it too.
And did anyone comment on your change in behaviour, or was it just something you noticed?
I noticed it, but I have commented on it.
What sorts of things did they say to you?
I seem a bit more aggressive, or a little bit sort of not with it. Really lack of concentration. But
Peter, would you mind swallowing, please? One more time. Good. This is a diffuse goiter, which has a slightly asymmetric appearance. When you apply a stethoscope to the goiter, there is a bruit, and this is pathognomic of Graves' disease. Look down, look straight ahead, look to the right, look to the left, look straight ahead. Good, thank you. Now we'll just have a look at your hands. And this is the typical fine tremor of thyrotoxicosis. Swallow, sorry. And again. Okay, there's just a little bit of white above the eye and not really below the eye. So it's a bit of proptosis, but it's not really exophthalmos. This is an example of someone who has had Graves' disease This is the picture following radioactive iodine after the second episode of grey. Range of ocular movements remained relatively normal. There has been some improvement with treatment, but it hasn't returned to normal. Can you tell us how long you felt unwell?
Around about 3 to 4 weeks now.
What did you notice?
First thing was really tired. Just 15 minutes of work and very tired afterwards. So had to sit down.
What sort of work?
I've just been doing some work around the house, some renovations on the house and that, and even just walking up to the office, which is only a block up the road. I was tired after that.
Had you noticed anything else?
Yeah, I've got this mild tremor that you can feel. You can't really see it that much, but you feel as though you're nervous all the time.
What about weight loss?
Weight loss, I've lost over a stone in 3 to 4 weeks.
Have you noticed any discomfort in your muscles?
Yeah, all my muscles, the leg muscles and arm muscles are very weak, and I've got that tired feeling all the time.
Any particular muscle groups that you noticed?
Yeah, the leg muscles and these arm muscles up here.
All right, so that was the ones closest to your body rather than the ones furthest away.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
If you had your arms held out in front of you, could you stand out of that chair now? Or just, do you want to fold your arms and see if you can stand up? One more time. And do you find that as easy to do as usual or not?
Oh, no.
Okay. How long have you noticed things sticking in your throat?
Probably about 6 years.
And what sorts of things have you noticed sticking?
It's not actually sticking, it just seems to cut the airways off. And when you eat, you've got to swallow a couple of times.
Do any particular kinds of foods trouble you more than others?
Dry food.
Have you noticed any positions causing discomfort?
Yes, if I let my head drop forward, it seems to shut the airway off or the throat. And if I lay sideways on my side in bed and put my arm over, it seems to cut the throat off and I start coughing.
Have you had to change the number of pillows you use at night?
Yes, I'll get 2 pillows high now.
And what did you use before?
Just a single.
Do you feel anything different when you put your arms up?
Just a bit tight around the neck.
Well, it's going redder across here, across the nose and the
I couldn't
cheeks.
see myself on the chair.
We'll just watch.
Don't you think he's getting redder across the nose and the cheeks?
What happens? Do you have to clear
It
it?
gets around quietly.
Yeah.
Now you can put your hands down. We'll just see the colour drain out.
Yes, it would be, yeah.
What can you feel right now?
Oh, just a bit tight in the throat.
All right.
And
You can hear it.
hmm?
Can hear it in his throat, don't you? When you're talking.
Oh. That's it. Just seems to be cutting off the airways and that to down the chest.
Is it very marked or is it just a minor annoyance at this stage?
Minor annoyance, really.
But it's there persistently?
Yeah, all the time.
So this is what you've noticed every night so that you've had to get another pillow?
Oh, I've had the other pillow for a few years now.
Do you want to sit up for a minute?
You're right.
Okay, well, just sit up slightly and we'll see what happens to your face.
can feel it disappearing.